Hey there, I'm Rose Hedberg, a writing coach and the founder of Ideas Right Now. I've had the pleasure of running over 160 different creative writing workshops, and in this video, I want to talk about all those amazing discoveries about writing from these workshops. So let's jump in. You may recognize this face as the face of the writing coach for Learn Great Writing because I have a professional background in writing and editing. I have a degree in English and creative writing and lots of years of experience being a professional writer. I'm also a total geek for writing. It is my jam and I love it. And that's why I work with Learn Great Writing and I've worked with people all over the world to develop their skills as a writer. But I gotta say, I wasn't always this good at coaching people on writing and I didn't really know how to be a good writer. My greatest discovery in learning to write well came from my own need to kick procrastination and get back to writing when I was living as an expat in Da Nang, Vietnam. Inspired by NaNoWriMo, that is the National Novel Writing Month Club, they had something called Shut Up and Write Tuesdays, which was a Twitter campaign, and they encouraged people to commit an hour of writing practice every Tuesday. And this was an online thing, but I figured, hey, I'm an extrovert and I really love community, so let me see if I can kind of emulate this in Vietnam, but not online, in person. Put up a Facebook post, advertise the whole shebang, and you guessed it, nobody showed up. Nobody wanted to write with me. Nobody wanted to sit in a circle for an hour and journal. Not everybody was as excited about writing as I was. But I got some great feedback from a friend who said, why don't you bring a purpose to this meetup? Bring a purpose through a theme. And on that theme, people can come together and work on their creative writing. Perfect. Loved it. Tried that. I got a few people to show up. And then I realized not only did I need for this to be an accountability system, but I also wanted to enjoy writing again. I needed something that engaged the creative side of writing because I was doing a lot of technical and academic work. I needed to make it interesting if I was going to do this over and over again or get people to attend. I had collected people who wanted to write, but we needed more than just a purpose. We needed a path. So I added in some creative flair and really thought about how I could get people from A to Z in their writing while also having fun. And oh boy, you better believe the fun that we had. Look at these faces, smiling and writing. Yes, it is possible to have fun while writing. So as more and more people showed up, I was able to really shape what this workshop would become. I added in warm-up exercises so we could all kind of ease into this idea of writing. I also had compounding writing exercises that built up to our theme. We would do some endurance writing, so we'd set the timer for 15 minutes and write on a prompt. And lastly, we would share. I would open it up to the group and people miraculously wanted to share the writing, the first drafts that they had created in the workshop with each other. And I noticed that as people attended from all different professional backgrounds, there was a similar struggle or set of struggles that people were bringing into the workshop. And whether consciously or unconsciously, they were working through them and I was creating something and a space that they could work through those struggles. For example, lacking the confidence in their skills to begin with, worrying about where to start with writing, or worrying about the quality of your work while you're writing, and then struggling really with figuring out what information to include, what not to include. And eventually, a few weeks of people showing up turned into 4 amazing years of writing, weekly writing. I had participants that came to the workshop for maybe just a couple times, and then I had participants who came for years. And I noticed a few key things that had changed in these writers because they were attending this workshop and because they were taking this path of warm-up and endurance writing. Number one is I noticed that individuals had less fear in attempting these crazy and random writing prompts that I had for them each week. They were more willing to jump in and write and less worried about where to start. Number two, I noticed that individuals were developing this really amazing muscle and ability to create a full story arc in the time that I gave them to write a story, which is just 15 minutes, people. It was incredible. So people could actually see where the story was going and wrap up in a more natural way. They were building these writing muscles and connecting bright ideas in their head to well-written sentences on the page. And the third thing I noticed is this incredible willingness from participants to write, to share their work, and to grow from the experience. The workshop, the writers, the company that came out of this really helped me to see that more than anything, a practice in using your imagination combined with endurance writing is a powerful way to flex your writing muscles. It's a powerful way to become a better writer. and it's something all of us are capable of doing. If you want to get over that fear of where to start, build confidence as a writer, if you want to worry less about the quality while you're writing, all of this comes from practice. It comes from flexing those writing muscles and figuring out what practice looks like for you. Don't forget, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that notification button so that you never miss out on new grant writing and writing training. Thanks for watching and happy writing.